Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, students. Once again, welcome Pakistan International School Type virtual learning system. Hope you are learning a lot this system. This lecture is for grade second year boys and girls Pakistan studies, and this is your fifth lecture from chapter 1 Genesis of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Today, first of all, we will discuss the Cripps mission. First of all, we will discuss Cripps mission. Cripps mission, when Cripps mission came to India in 1942. Very important MCQs. Cripps mission came to India in 1942. In 1942, the British government sent Sir Stafford Cripps. This was the name of this person, Sir Stafford Cripps, to the subcontinent with some proposals. He failed to have a consensus of all the political parties on some points. According to his proposals, no constitution would be introduced in the subcontinent, which was not acceptable to all the political parties. It was proposed that after the war, this was Second World War, the subcontinent would be treated a dominion under the British Crown, but the British government would not interfere in the internal and external affair of it. The attainment of a separate homeland remained the major demand of the Muslims, which was unacceptable to the Congress. For this, the Muslim had to strive hard. In 1945, the Wavell Plan was presented, which was highly opposed by Quaid-e-Azam. He tried to promote Muslim League as the only representative party of the Muslims, but the Congress kept on denying it. Now, from your book, the Cripps mission had to face some military setbacks during the early days of the World War II. This made for them the need of Indian support more pressing. Sir Stafford Cripps was sent to India by the Prime Minister of the Britain on that time, Sir Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of England, to explore possibilities of a compromise with the Indian political party. On that time, the main two political parties, Hindu political party, that was Congress, and Muslim political party, that was Muslim League. These were two main political party to discuss the matters with the Indian leaders, and published his proposals on March 30th, 1942. Underline, it can be asked in MCQs. Now, what were the proposals or suggestions by the Cripps or this mission, Cripps mission? First main point of this proposals, Cripps proposals, a constituent assembly consisting of Indian representatives shall be formed at a termination of the war. End of the war, a constituent assembly consisting of Indian representatives which will frame the constitution. The Union of India will be given dominion status. This implied complete internal independence within the framework of the British Commonwealth. Princely state will also be given representation in the Constituent Assembly. The British government shall be responsible for the implementation of the Constitution. The provinces will be given a right to choose to opt out of the proposed Indian Union or retain their present status and join the Federation under new Constitution at a later stage. Election for the provincial assemblies will be held after the end of the war. Provisional assemblies will elect members of the Constituent Assembly in a number equal of 1/10 of their respective strength. British government will continue to run Indian affairs till termination of war. Any proposals regarding amendment in this plan shall not be entertained. The plan shall have no be accepted or rejected in the plan shall have to be accepted or rejected in totality. These were the some proposals. Who brought these proposals? Sir Stafford Cripps. They brought these proposals, and they wanted and discussed this plan with the major political parties. And one main thing that any proposals regarding amendment that will be not acceptable, not be entertained. This plan be accepted by any political party. All the suggestions or rejected the all means no, it was not possible just accept 2 or 3 points. It has to be accepted or rejected completely. Reaction: major Indian parties, Muslim League and the Congress, the both rejected the Cripps proposals. Why? Of course, the reasons were different. Muslim League, that was the Muslims political party, and Congress, that was the Hindus political party. The both parties, they rejected, they did not accept this plan. It doesn't mean that they were together and the reasons were same. No, of course the reasons were different. The Congress, why the Congress rejected? The Congress despised the proposals of India's disintegration, which the formula apparently promised. The Congress knew that the government was under great stress. Why? Because of the Second World War engagement, and it was a golden opportunity to build pressure on her to quit India. Why Congress this? Congress rejected this plan and it wanted to great pressure and stress. Why? Because this was the time period of Second World War and Congress wanted to catch this opportunity. Muslim League rejected this plan simply because it stood for a federal India. If it will be a federal India, of course the Muslims, they will not get any the Muslims, they were in, if we compare to the Hindus, they were not equal with the Hindus were majority, and automatically if the British quit India and the federal type of government will be implement, who will took majority? Hindu will be in majority. So the Muslim League rejected this plan because it did not grant her demand for Pakistan in clear terms. Now, election 1945-46, after the end of the Second World War, election of the Central Legislature were held in December 1945, and of the provincial legislatures in 1946 Muslim League election manifesto. What was the Muslim League manifesto? Muslim League participated in this election. Two major issues. What were the two major issues? Muslim League, number one, the Muslim League was the only political party that had a right to represent the Indian Muslim. The first thing the Muslim League participated in this election, that the main manifesto, the Muslim League was the only political party that had a right to represent the Indian Muslims, no other political party. Pakistan was the sole, only objective the Muslim League strived to be achieved. On that time, this was the time period of 1945-46, and previous lecture we discussed 23rd March 1940, and on that resolution, Muslims of India, they clearly mentioned and told the British and the Hindus we wanted a separate country. And in this election, the Muslim League manifesto, Pakistan was the sole objective the Muslim League strived to achieve. The result of election manifesto fested a complete upset for the Congress so far as the Muslim seats were concerned. All seat reserves for the Muslims in the federal legislature were won by the Muslim League. Till December 1946, 446 out of 495 Muslims member of the provisional assemblies belonged to the Muslim League. This heavy turnout in favor of the Muslim League manifested Muslim voter confidence in Muslim League as the sole political party that represented their interests and that they supported wholeheartedly its demand for Pakistan. In 1937 election, we discussed that Muslim League was totally failed, but in this election, the situation was different, and the Muslim League participated in this election, and Muslim League was totally proved itself a Muslim political party which represent the Indian Muslim. No other political party represent the Muslims of India. And the election 1945-46 proved that the fact that the Muslim League was the only representative party of the Muslims. A convention of the members of the Legislative Assembly elected on Muslim League's ticket was held in Delhi from April 7 to 9, 1946. Addressing the convention, the Quaid-e-Azam made it clear that Muslim League stood for two independent constituent assembly, one of the Pakistan and the other for the rest of India. Cabinet Mission Plan. Cabinet means a group of ministers from British Parliament. They came India. Cabinet Mission Plan. When the Labour Party came into power in England in 1945, the British government decided to send a cabinet mission to India due to the rising political restlessness in subcontinent. The mission consisted of how many members? Three members, three cabinet members. This mission had two fundamental objectives. The first one was to determine the constitutional position and the form of government, and the second one was to bridge the distance between the Hindu and Muslim and to keep them together in the united India. But the election proved that this could not be done. The member of the cabinet mission met with the leaders of the political party but failed to achieve the desirable results. Now, from your book, The Cabinet Mission Plan, background, arrival of the delegation when it came to India. What was the background? The cabinet mission, first, in fulfillment of promise made during 1945-46 election, the British government sent three senior members of the British cabinet in March 1946. This was the last attempt by the British government for the United India or unity of the Indian Federation. The delegation flew from London and arrived in Delhi on March 24, 1946. It can be asked in MCQs when cabinet mission came in India. So it came in 24th March 1946. Representing the Congress, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and Gandhi took a plea for the preservation of the Indian Union and introduction of federal form of government. Quaid-e-Azam tried to impress upon the member that Pakistan was the only possible solution of the Indian problem. In this, who was representing from the Congress side? Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, because the Congress wanted to show that also Congress is representing the Muslims of India, so also they elected this member to participate in this to meet this delegation or cabinet mission. So they nominate this Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. But the Quaid-e-Azam made it crystal clear that only Muslim League is the representing party from the Muslims of India, and also the only solution of all these problems, Pakistan. The members of impress upon the member that Pakistan was only possible solution to the Indian problems. Failure of dialogue with Indian leadership, differences of opinion. Of course, the differences of opinion. Gandhi wanted united India, and Quaid-e-Azam told clearly that no other solution but only Pakistan. So differences of opinion between the two major political parties was substantial and sharp. The mission tried to make an effort to bring about the parties to a conciliatory formula acceptable for both. Leaders of the two major parties were invited at Shimla from May 5th to 12, 1946 to discuss matters. 7 sessions were held, but no result could be achieved. How many sessions? 7 sessions were held uh, uh, for this to reconciliate, but nothing. Leader of the two major parties, they were invited where in Shimla, discuss matter, but no, nothing achieved. Recommendation: after the declaration of its failure to bring about the parties to a conciliation formula, the mission published its own proposals on May 16, 1946, with the hope that if these proposals were implemented, rights of the Muslims and other minorities will be fully safeguarded within the framework of an Indian Union. Here are some proposals from the Cabinet Mission Plan. Indian Union. India shall be union comprising the British India and the princely state. Union government shall control foreign affair, communication and taxation. Grouping scheme were introduced in this plan, which were introduced by the Cabinet Mission Plan. Provinces shall be divided into 3 groups formed under following formula: Group A, Group B, Group C. In Group A, 6 Hindu majority provinces; Group B, 3 Muslims majority provinces; and Group C, 2 Muslims majority provinces. Group B, the Muslims, 3 Muslims majority provinces, means the idea of Pakistan indirectly was accepted, not directly accepted. In this, a hope for the Muslims that the separate country or separate state, the demand of the separate state from the Muslim side, that was accepted, but indirectly, not clearly in clear words. Internal independence of the provincial groups. Member of the Constituent Assembly shall be divided into 3 groups and shall frame constitution for their respective groups. Also, the right was given that these groups, they will frame constitution for their respective groups, and after the date of first election held under the constitution, each provincial legislature shall be given a chance to decide whether it wanted to remain a part of group or quit it. Also, the right was given these group or these provincial legislator that a chance to decide they wanted to be a part of this group or they wanted to quit. Establishment of the interim government. The plan further envisaged that an interim government shall be formed, temporary government at central till the formation of the constitution and its implementation. In this government, all important portfolios, including the Ministry of Defense, shall held by the Indians. Reaction: what was the reaction after these proposals or suggestions by the Cabinet Mission? Gandhi interpreted the plan an appeal and advice. He said that Constituent Assembly as a sovereign body shall have the power to amend the plan. Muslim League Council met on June 3rd, 1946, and after 3 days discussion decided to approve the plan. Why Muslim League was willing to approve or accept the plan? Because the idea of Pakistan was indirectly accepted or approved in this plan. This was the reason. The council resented this plan, did not clearly provide it after the demand of Pakistan, but it saw a ray of hope in grouping scheme and confirmed that the party would join the Constituent Assembly with the hope that it would be able to achieve its objective through the constitutional means. Shimla Conference. One thing very important, student, mostly the question, if the Shimla deputation we did in the start first lecture, and this is Shimla Conference. If this question comes, suppose the question is about Shimla deputation, the word the students did mistake that they write Shimla Conference. Shimla Conference was held in 1945 and Shimla deputation in 1906. So these are 2 different topics. So be careful when you write this answer. Shimla conference is different and Shimla deputation is totally different. They are not the same. This question is not. Wavell came to India as a Viceroy in 1944. On his arrival, he announced a plan for the solution of the Indian problem. The plan stipulated a Viceroy executive council representing all Indian communities and pledged that the offices except that the commander-in-chief shall be filled by the Indian members. Now the Lord Wavell came to India and what he decided to transfer all the executive council representing all the Indian communities and all the offices except commander-in-chief. The Muslim members shall be equal in number to the caste Hindus. To discuss these proposals with Indian leaders, Wavell called an all-party conference at Shimla in June 1945. Also, it can be asked in MCQs. Underline this point. All important leaders except Gandhi attended the conference. All the leaders they participated and they attended this conference, but only Gandhi. What was the reason? Congress wanted to appoint one Muslim member on Viceroy Executive Council. This was the reason why Gandhi did not participate in this meeting, Shimla Conference, because Congress that was totally Hindu political party, and we have discussed many times the role of this political party. Many times it proved itself a totally Congress Hindu political party, and now the Congress claimed that it wanted to appoint one Muslim member on Viceroy Executive Council. The government also intended to appoint a Muslim member from the Unionist Party. The Quaid-e-Azam took the play that the Muslim League was only, but Quaid-e-Azam made it crystal clear that only and only Muslim League had the right, and Muslim League was the only party that represented the Muslim and had an exclusive right to make appointments on all Muslim seats. The conference broke due to disagreement on this point, and also Muslim League had proved it in the 1945-46 election that the only Muslim League was the only party that represented the Muslims. So this was the reason Gandhi did not participate in this conference. Other Muslims leaders and Quaid-e-Azam also participate in this meeting, and Quaid-e-Azam made it crystal clear that only Muslim League had the right to nominate and represent the Muslims and had an exclusive right to make appointment on all Muslim seats. So this conference was failed and broke due to the disagreement on this point. Thank you, student. Hope you understand. Have a nice day and goodbye.